Awards are like politics. So think of this as a campaign, you're running for office, alright? So I'm gonna need for you to get your head back in the game, get your gay back, and become legendary.
Hey, Samore Love Bugs, you have now tuned in to my Empire recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Hit that subscribe button right now if you have not yet done so. Also, be sure to share this video wherever you like to share videos, like Facebook, Twitter, wherever. And also be sure to go ahead and sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, okay? So here we go. So, and wanted to let you guys know I will be doing shout outs here and there based on your comments. So definitely I encourage you to comment down below so you may have a chance of seeing your comments on or hearing your name on my next video. So now that I've said all that, and don't forget to check out my other channel, Samore Love TV, okay, if you like beauty videos and all them things. That was a little weird. My light just got super bright just now, but we're going to act like that didn't happen. So now, where are my Empire fans at? Are you excited? Because I am. They're giving us the Empire realness that we know and we love. I'm so here for it, honey. So we start off with Rhonda. She's bleeding out. She's on the floor. It looks like she's on her stomach. And it's just a horrible scene to see because she looks like she's in so much pain. She even went to God and she told him, I don't even care about myself. I can die 1,000,000 times over. It's fine. I just want you to save my baby. And then she comes up, she sees the light. She comes up with this quick thought that, you know what? If I take my phone, which she had in her hand because she was trying to make a phone call to call 911 so they could come and help her. If I take my phone and throw it towards the door and hopefully it breaks or cracks or something, the alarm will go off. So that's exactly what she did. Alarm went off and she was rushed to the hospital. When another scene that they showed was Cookie trying to reason with Hakeem, because as you guys know, Hakeem, he's joined forces with the evil Camilla. Whenever I think of Camilla, I think of Cruella de Vil. It's like, I don't know, she gives me that Cruella de Vil kind of vibe. Anyways, yeah, so he's joined forces with her to take down his father so that she can now be owner of a freaking empire, like she had anything to do with it, and then she would make him the CEO. So they got like this whole little team plan going on. She got so upset with him because he was not trying to hear what his mama was trying to say. She's trying to be like, how you gonna go with strangers over your own family? Like, don't you know that blood runs thicker than water regardless of how bad your father has treated you, how much you're trying to spite him? You're hurting the whole entire family at the end of the day. You need to stop this. He's just like, nah. You know how Hakeem could be so doggone stubborn. That's exactly what he did. And she took her person. She beat him like a Caribbean mother. And if any of you know about them Caribbean mothers, they will take anything and start to whoop you, honey. They will take a tree branch, make you take down a tree branch and start and get you whipped. So yeah, or a hood mama would do the same thing. She will take anything she finds. She will take the pot spoon. She will take friggin' comb, a shoe, whatever. So yeah, he was getting the official beatdown, honey. Because she was so bad, it's like he was not listening. She was getting flashbacks of how she treated him as a kid, but she had to do what she had to do because she was just so frustrated. So when they all get to the hospital, everybody knows what's going on except for Andre, who kind of came last. So they had to break the news to him. And Andre, poor Andre, he looked so devastated. I thought he was about to have a psychotic breakdown, honey. Like he just like flipped out, and he was trying to go into the room, and his father had to hold him down like, nah, you can't go in there like that. You need to calm down first. So luckily they was able to get him calmed down back to normal, and he went in there to see her. And at least he didn't act like it was her fault or anything, but she feels like it's her fault. She thinks that maybe she could have fallen down the stairs. But I feel like, because you see little things are coming back to her, so I feel like soon everything is going to come back to the point where she's going to know, like, okay, somebody had to push me. And plus she knows that the alarm went off, and that's why she was going downstairs to turn it off. So why would the alarm go off? What set it off? I'm hoping that there's some surveillance cameras or something that they didn't remember they had that can show them that somebody came into the house and it was that freaking Anika that did it. Lucius lying, he's super upset about the whole Camilla situation, and he's so upset that he looks like he's ready to commit murder. Like, he literally has a gun and he's ready to do what he gotta do. But Cookie kind of calmed him down and let him know that she has a plan. She's about to do something that's going to take Camilla off of that little throne that she's sitting on right now. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna give you some time. She's like, don't worry, I got this, boo. I got this. Cookie then tells Camilla and Hakeem that Hakeem actually belongs to her, but Camilla is ready to sue. So Cookie really has to come up with a good, solid plan to let them know that she means business and to kind of infiltrate their little thing that they got going on so that she can win Empire back, so she can get it back for Mr. Lucius Lyon. It's funny how these people will go off on each other. They would try to kill each other, but at the end of the day, they will ride for each other. And there's a lot of families that I see like that. It's like, I'll fight with you to the very end, but I'm going to also fight for you if I need to, type of thing. While Rhonda, she was still in the hospital recovering, Anika comes to bring flowers and give her some soothing words and tell her, well, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. I know it sounds very cliche. And, that's just like rubbing in a wound. Like, I just lost a baby. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear everything happens for a reason. That's crazy. So then busted here, she's like, Rhonda's like, I really wanted to give them their first heir, their first child, and the first grandchild. And she was like, I don't think that it's going to happen now. Because, she's not really sure she can have another child. Hakeem's all over the place. And, what's his name? Jamal, he's gay. So, that's not very likely to happen. She was like, oh, no, I'm pretty sure they will trust me. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I bet you're pretty sure because you have it inside of you. But I tell you, honey, what goes around comes right back around. So she better watch herself. I don't know, honey. Something ain't gonna be right with that baby because that was too much. At the end of the day, even if you're having a child, I guess because them two is married, so it would be more legit. And she knows that Hakeem doesn't want to be with her. But if she's the only one, it's like, you have to reign over here. You have to make it rain, like, because there's no other competition. There's no official grandchild that has a mother and a father that's married and together and really in the family with the same last name and everything else. So I guess that's how she was kind of looking at it. Camilla told Hakeem that in order for him to be the CEO of the company, he has to ditch Laura. And he even told Camilla, I'm not sure about that because I think I'm in love with her. She was like, well, if you want to be the head of the company, then that's what you have to do. So yeah, pretty much giving him an ultimatum. And what he did was exactly that. He goes and gets drunk. Took his little swigs. He goes to her audition. She's doing her thing. And he's just like, you're lazy. What are you doing? You're supposed to be the leader and you're behind. And somebody's like, yeah, he's right. Like, first of all, girl, who's talking to you? And then he calls her the B word and she calls him the B word right back. And it was just like, who are you? And he was like, well, if you don't like it, you can leave. And she was out. And he's like, oh, so you just gonna leave? It was like some reverse psychology. I'll play an F with your mind type of thing is what he was really doing to her. And she, like, who's gonna stay there? You calling somebody all types of names when she's a very respectful young lady. Like, she respects herself. She's a virgin. There's a lot of things that she has going for herself. She seems like a book smart kind of girl as well. And she don't need to put up with him. So they end up breaking up after that. Following that scene, there was a board meeting and all the candidates that they had for the position have all withdrawn their votes because little things have been happening to them. via the Empire team. Their animals, like their cat, I think it was a cat, was killed. Somebody's car exploded, and somebody else got beat up. So yeah, nobody wants to go up against Lucius Lion. Why would they do that? But then Hakeem goes up to the plate and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna be CEO. That's me. That's my birthright. I got this. Okay, Hakeem, go ahead, boo. When Cookie was in the hospital, when it was the day for Rhonda to come home, she actually revealed to all of them, because Andre had mentioned how Rhonda was feeling like she's scared that she's not gonna be able to have another child. And she tells him, tell her this, that I had a miscarriage before you guys. It was my little girl, me and Lucius, we were devastated. But I was able to have you guys. Like, she was able to have 3 grown boys after that. So it's definitely possible, and it happens to people, you know. It's not the best situation, ideal, and it's very traumatizing. And the way that she lost it wasn't like, you know, natural causes or anything like that. It's like you have to see these scars every day, and while you're rehabilitating yourself, you're still feeling the pain, mentally, emotionally, physically, everything, you know. So then she gets to come home, and she like didn't even want to like go upstairs or anything like that, because you're traumatized after that. I remember when I got hit by a car, I didn't even want to cross the street. I was so freaking traumatized. Like, it was ridiculous. And I had to like overcome that fear. So she was super quick though. Like, first she's like, I don't want to go upstairs. I don't want to sleep up there. I don't want to do anything. And then Andre goes to get her something to drink, because she said she wanted vodka. He's like, how about water? She's like, no, vodka. She's like, I guess she wanted something to kind of like numb her pain. She walks to the stairs, and she tries to go up the stairs with her cane, but she realized that it was not physically possible for her to do it without hurting herself. Like, she literally fell. And then she got flashbacks of that night. And I think that slowly but surely, she's going to start to get those thoughts back, and she's going to realize what exactly it was that happened. Maybe she might not know exactly who did it, because it was dark and the person was all covered up. But I'm pretty sure that she will be able soon to say that somebody actually pushed her, so that they can look further into it. Cookie, Jamal, and Andre, they come up with a plan to get Cookie on the inside of the whole new empire, and she's going to become an A&R. I mean, their plan just worked perfectly, because they came up and said that Jamal was going to put out his album with Cookie's team or whatever. And they're like, no, you can't do that. He's like, actually, yeah, I can. And, you know, Andre knows all the legal stuff. So he's like, actually, yes, he can do that. And he was like, you know what? And if you try to come at me with some court stuff, try to wrap me up, then I'll just find a way to leak it. You know, brother Hakeem, he has taught me quite a few things. So it's like, yeah, you want to play hard? I'll play even harder. I got you, okay? So, you know, Hakeem started to get his rational senses back, and they're like, you know, let's just work as a team. And Camilla's like, no, don't do it, don't do it. Because they're just going to try to overthrow you. They're going to come inside here and just try to take over everything and put aside everything that you worked so hard for. I'm like, didn't he just start? How hard did he work? So then once they do that, she became so mad, because he realized, like, the only reason why I took my father down was because he had lost his way. But it was to get me and my family closer. And yeah, I'm going to let my mother be back on the team. Yes, Mom, you got the job. So now she's an A&R of Empire. So you know she about to shake things up a little bit. I'm looking forward to that. Hakeem, he went to go get his girl back, honey. He went to go get his girl back. He was sitting at her stoop like a stalker. Like a stalker, just waiting. And she's like, what are you doing here? He's like, well, I knocked and you didn't answer, so I decided I'll just sit here and wait. Stalker. And then he just ends up like, they talk a little bit, he ends up kissing her, and the love and chemistry is back. He tells her the reason why he did what he did is because he wanted to have the company, but none of that really matters. Then they proceed to go into the bedroom. Come on inside. Let's go. They get on that little bed with Jesus hanging over on the cross, honey. And he's like, you know, are you sure you want to do this? I don't think we should do this. At least he had some common sense. But you know what I think is going to happen, y'all? And I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but you know what I think is going to happen? I think, because, you know, they did the do. So I didn't see any condoms being pulled out. I mean, they usually don't show that, but sometimes they do to show and promote safe sex. But I don't see it happening because he didn't know he was going to have sex unless he's one of those guys that just walk around with it just in case. And I highly doubt that she had any because she's a good girl. And she's in love with the Lord, you know, and she probably had the whole marriage and then babies and, you know, everything else in her head. But because of love clouded her head and her judgment, I don't think they use condoms. So I'm thinking that it might just become a competition between her and Anika. And Anika gonna get vexed if that was to occur. Like, she gonna be like, I just took one down. Like, are you freaking kidding me? What's up? Like, come on. Another one I gotta beat up and try to kill? Come on. So that's what I'm thinking is gonna happen, but I don't know yet. But I'm looking forward to seeing what really does happen. So Lucius and Hakeem, they meet up at the spot where Bunky was murdered by Lucius. And Lucius literally hands Hakeem a gun and tells him, you know what, I'm going to take your spot. And I'm going to come with everything that I have. So it's either, here you go, you take this gun that I have, do what you gotta do. You know what, I'll even turn my back so you can do it while I'm not looking. Because everybody seems to stab each other in the back anyway. And just make sure you pull the trigger and you do what you gotta do, because this is your shot right here. I'm giving you every opportunity. I'm not even going to try to stop you. So Hakeem, he's there. He got the gun. He's ready. You know, he's thinking about it. But he's like, he throws it down like, nah. Do what you got to do. Like, he's like, I'm not even doing this. He was like, well, watch your back, son, because I always go on my promises. I will get you. So yeah, honey child, I don't know what Lucius gonna do, because you know that man crazy. He don't care about nobody. He care about his company. I mean, he kind of care about his family sometimes, but his company is real big on his list of accomplishments, achievements, and everything else. I mean, him and Cookie built it from the ground up. So, you know, that's one of the only things that he has to claim, you know, successful. That's the thing that he has. That's what everybody knows him by. So, you know, nobody's gonna want to let that go so easily. So it's about to be a war, honey child. It's about to be crazy. I'm looking forward to this though. So you guys make sure that you once again have subscribed. We will be back here next Wednesday. We back on. And as you know, on Tuesdays we have Bad Girls Club, and on Mondays we're on my other channel because that's where we're gonna have Love and Hip Hop ATL. Yes. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.